Well, I want to apologize to you guys. I don't have the camera here. The adhesive failed for some reason. I don't know why, but it failed, so I need to get some malware. This week I'm going to talk about something that's part of who I am, part of how I grew up, raised, my beliefs. Basically, this week I'm coming out to you guys as a Christian. Some of you have noticed, and I can't show it to you right now because I don't have the front-facing camera. But on the front of my helmet, I have the witness symbols, which means he came to earth, he died on the cross, he was buried, he ascended, and he'll come back. And that basically, in a nutshell, is me right there. I believe in Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. And I try to live my life as much like Jesus as I can. And I think that is also to include social justice. I read an article today about how the left, the Democrats, the liberals those left-leaning, the left-wing Christians should be angry, like Jesus was in the temple against he called them capitalists, and that's a no-no for you don't go against capitalism here in America. But the money changers in the temple went after him with a whip, and he turned over tables and ran them out of the temple because they were not doing God's work in the temple. They were banking in the temple. And the article basically stated that we as Christians should stand up for the injustices in that regards. So we don't. Anyway, that doesn't really matter a whole lot right now. But I mean, the point of it is that Jesus wasn't necessarily this easygoing guy that just kind of taught peace and turned the other cheek and all that stuff. Like, he did stand up for injustices against people. And if you study Jesus, you'll find that he was really radical in what he was doing. In the Jewish faith, you didn't talk to women. Women were not given power in the Jewish tradition. They were, for lack of better words, second-class citizens. But I'm not doing all of this to get into some sort of religious debate or whatever. But I'm just saying that I'm a believer in Jesus Christ. I'm a Christian, and I'm not saying this to get all up in the to debate. Oh, that smells good, that barbecue. I'm not doing this to get into any kind of a debate over Christianity or anything. I'm just saying that's who I am, and I think Jesus in the temple with the whip kind of represents who I am, because I don't like. I root for the underdog. I don't care to. I root for the underdog. The one that can't stand up for himself. The widows and the orphans, that kind of thing. That's what I like. I don't like the big corporate machine. I like Black Lives Matter. I think that's an important thing. I like for the underrepresented to be represented more. To get their justice. Anyway, that's too political or religious for whatever I'm talking about, but I just want to get that out there, guys. I try to live my life in a Christian way. I try to do unto others as I would like for them to do unto me. I try to love on people, and I don't mean love in the way that we think of in American colloquialism. I mean love as in, share your home, share your food, share your clothes. Socialism. But you know, that's where I'm at, and I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys about that. But I'm just sharing this with you guys because it's kind of who I am. I grew up. My parents weren't overly Christian. My dad's was an agnostic. My mom is a Christian, but Christianity in our house meant my brother and I went to church on Sunday mornings and they stayed home. And for a long time, in that regards, you know, the kind of the hypocritical Christian, I guess, I've tried to distance myself from those Christians because I don't like to be associated with the Christians of hypocrisy. Like I try to practice Christianity on that sort of level where where it's about helping those around us to bring them into the light, to show that Christians aren't about condemning others, but they're about helping others. That's kind of where I'm at with that, I guess. And so I grew up kind of in a church, a country church. My grandparents were very good examples of what a Christian should be like. They were always quick to help others. They were always there with their doors open. I mean, they weren't perfect by any means, but they were definitely the Luke 10:27 type, where it's love God, love others, treat your neighbor as you want to be treated type people. And they really showed me what God's love was all about. And that's where I'm at. That's who I am. And within the last 10 years or so, I've come to really understand that about me and who I want to be and who I try to be. And I know that I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. But I don't try to judge others. I don't judge others on stuff I don't like that other people swear in their videos. But that doesn't mean I think they should not swear. It just means that I don't agree with it. And that's my attitude towards a lot of things. There's a lot of things that, especially here in the South, Christians believe this or don't believe that. And I get into a little bit of trouble. I'd say trouble, but I think people have differing opinions than I do when it comes to certain aspects of that. Like I don't think we should condemn homosexuality. I don't think we should condemn all this other stuff, because it's not our place to judge. It's not our place to judge. Our place is to love God and love others. And treat those around you in a way that you want to be treated. That's it. And to take it a little bit further, if I'm not acting the way that you think a Christian should be acting, then you should call me on that. And that's kind of why I try. That's the main reason. I love helping people. I love being a good person. I don't really do a lot of things to bring attention to myself. I do things so that I can help other people. That's all I really need, is a good pat on the back and a attaboy. That's all I want. I don't need you to put my name in the paper and flashing lights and all that. Just know that it's God's love. It's coming through me, hopefully. Anyway, so that's it. I just wanted to come out to you guys as a Christian and let you know that I love you, my brothers, and that I'm here for you. I'll help you as much as I can. That was a nice one. It scared me though.